time when you laughed so hard it hurt? Oh, well, I was just down in Dayton visiting with Mary Lloyd and John, and of course Beth and Larry and Jen and I were down there, and then Jim and Carla came down. But it was just this past Saturday with Jim and Carla and Mary Lloyd and John and Papa that we just had some good old time laughs. And Mary Lloyd was just in a good mood, and with Jim, and we just had a lot of time sort of reminiscing and talking about teenagers and parents, and it brought back a lot of memories of our kids and their teen years, and it was just a good time.
Yeah.
It was a real good time.
Those are the times I think I've laughed the hardest too, is when we've all been together and we play games or do something as a family.
Hi, Pete. We're just talking about teenagers. And what a good
And,
time we had down in Dayton, because it's our youngest son, Pete.
Yeah,
So-
Jim gave us all these questions to answer. Those are the ones we've answered.
Right. This is the last one. He may have these in order.
We-
We just said the
We're
last
using
time we
up all
laughed
our
so
time
hard was
here.
talking about teenagers. You
Brief.
came in, and you came in.
At the right time too.
Oh, you can help us with this one. Briefly discuss your views on sexuality. There we go.
Well,
Let the good times roll. No.
So what we done? You have to do
Done.
these.
Right, right. Well,
I
We've been
guess that my
lucky.
views on sexuality were formed by on my early upbringing in
right.
the Baltimore Catechism, maybe. And maybe that was a little too harsh.
That's just a part of our life. There's lots of other things, right? Maybe that's because
Yeah.
we've gotten older.
In the primary purpose of the union of man and woman in matrimony is for the procreation of the faith, not or procreation of the world, not of the faith, but
We're just the world.
and it has maybe limited my view of of sexuality, certainly in respect to how it's viewed today as a form of amusement.
Right.
And I look at it as a gift of God to you think he didn't like our answer?
I guess we're a bunch of squares. We're out of date, huh?
But I think as I've grown older, I realize there's more to it than just what I have explained here, and maybe my view is a little narrow over the years.
Okay, what roles do art, music, and literature play in your life? Oh, a great enhancement. I love art. Love to view it. I'm not the best drawer, but I love to go to any art museum, and art history I enjoy. Music I love to hear, although it has not been developed and I can't sing it. Literature and plays. It's really an enhancement. I'm sure you're more of the reader than I am, but
Art, I have never been a very much of a student of art, music, or literature, but music and literature, I think have shape us all. The enjoyment of classical music has been, for me, a great relaxer and a great enjoyment. And literature, I think, really a literature that expresses ideas that are that you have you feel that are true, and the author has expressed them so well. And that's what I have appreciated. And this is also true of plays. What makes Shakespeare plays so great is that his perception of human nature strikes so true, even though his language is stilted by modern standards. It's hard to understand. But the fundamentals of human interaction are there in the Shakespearean plays.
I would have to add dance has been a great enjoyment of mine. Ballet and interpretive modern dance. I really enjoy that too. Okay, this is for you, Dan.
Dad, discuss your proclivity for extensive and exact record keeping.
There you go.
Well, I remember once taking a test that's supposed to judge what you're best suited to do, and I scored high in clerical ability. And I think I've kept extensive records in order to avoid financial disaster.
And you've done a good job. And I cooperated.
You cooperated, yes. Yeah.
Takes two, some in a marriage.
But extensive record keeping is
Seeing it on the paper is pretty good.
can only be true in the family finances. I do keep extensive records in order to. I started keeping those in order to say, well, how much money have we got to spend, and on what can we spend it? Well, you have to know where you're spending it before you can say, well, you have this much left over, therefore you can do that. But without those records, all you do is guess. Well, and when you guess, you get into a lot of trouble.
And we have to lighten you up once in a while, but we do pretty well. Mom, discuss the measures you took to ensure that Bill Kamp did not remain on the most eligible bachelor list. Okay, well, number one, I guess I always thought in my time, it seemed like to me, at least by my friends and what they were saying, that they were being pursued. And I thought that's true, but I also thought that I had every right to decide who I was going to spend the rest of my life with. So early on, I would say 16 or 17, I was looking around, and I knew that I wanted to be married and have a family. So I decided that early. So in order to do that, I wanted to, I was looking for qualities in a husband and a father for the children. And so I was always looking.
You didn't want to be a ballet dancer?
No, I never did. Nothing else, really.
You wanted to be a mother?
Right, I really did. And that was always a joke at the college I went to. They always said we went there for an MRS degree, but it rounded us out for a lot of things. It rounded us out for a lot of things. But anyway, so I was.
There were boys in that college.
Well, no, but I mean, what they taught there was
MRS.
right, but other things too. We could have been teachers, nurses, whatever, dietitians, and all that. But I still decided that's what I basically wanted to do, and just enhance myself as such, just for a well-rounded education. But anyway, so I had decided I was going to look and actively during my life, and so when I did see Dad, I thought that's about what I had in mind. So I guess
Easily
we
pleased,
just
you can say.
no. I guess the rest is history.
Discuss a memorable tennis match. I already have done that, so we can save time on here.
Talk about how your personality would fit on a scale between Edith Bunker and Maude. I love it. I see a little bit of both in me. I love Maude's assertiveness. And Edith Bunker's vulnerability. And I
Giving.
think- right, and giving, right. And that softening. Yeah.
Dad, discuss your feelings on business, corporations, and work. Well,
There you go.
well, the everybody has to work, and I picked a field where you work for somebody else primarily. As an engineer, you generally are employed by large corporations on their projects and doing their, promoting their products. And I've enjoyed that, designing and building machines. And the corporations allowed me to do that. And to say it was my calling in life, I don't know. I have not been, I've never felt like I have achieved too much, but it provided a living and
And a good
interesting
one.
work.
Relate a valuable experience, Mom, you had while working with children as a teacher aide. Well, of course, one of them, most of the kids have heard me talk, was about Ah Lin, the little, I think she was from Korea, girl who came into Mrs. Manning's third grade. This was about in 1984. And she did not speak any English. Her mother and father came over here to work, and her mother was very well educated and was on some sort of an associate professorship at Wayne State. And we received Alin school records, and they were written in English and so forth, showed that she was quite a capable musician, a very intelligent little girl. But she only knew if she knew any words, they were very few. But to see this little girl work through with the other little girls in the class and so forth, and Mrs. Manning, third grade teacher, asked if I would work with Alin. Whatever I could do, she just left it up to me, and asked that maybe I would spend an hour each day with her. So with this child and Mrs. Manning, and then even the kindergarten teacher, we brought in phonics books, and I just was able to get a real good imaginative approach to helping Alin, and also by her cooperation, and a nice relationship developed between Alin and myself, and she made me do certain things that I didn't even know I could do by her response and so forth, and being so intelligent. It was the first time I realized that non-speaking people, same language people can communicate, and we certainly did. And the children were so good with Alin, and through as the months progressed, and I think she ended up being a very happy little girl with her
She'll
friends.
probably remember you all her life.
And
the teacher who
well,
introduced her to the American.
yeah, and she, it was a good experience. And then one of the special ed children I'm working with this year, was a fella. He's about 13, and not very verbal. And the first month or two, didn't say too much, and always had sort of a silly face whenever he would look at any of us teachers and so forth. Just how he would respond to us was in sort of an odd way. And the other teachers had worked with him, and they all said he's capable of doing things. And we all believed it, and this just happened to be a good year for him. And I happened to be there at the time to help him out a little bit too. And being able to read to him, he only had about a third or fourth grade reading level. But I found if I read to him, he picked it up instantly, and he could answer questions if I verbalized them, and even I would have to help write them down. He had an excellent memory. And this came out when we would test him on midterms, which he just took 2 months ago. And he did very well. And it was amazing to me just to see what that young boy the possibilities he could have in the
You
future.
brought some of that out in him.
Well, maybe, but it's also a time that maybe he was ready for it. But it was a real plus. But also, when you're working with children like that, they're good and bad times. You never
And
know what the future-
describe